Hi, in this video, I'll be walking you through my experience during the industrial attachment. My name is Oshidoma Nyaji. I had my attachment at New Times Corporation, located in the heart of Accra, Circle, North Industrial Area, adjacent to the Smith headquarters. New Times Corporation is a state-owned media company with focus on print media and lately an online news portal. New Times Corporation houses the third most read daily newspaper, the Ghanaian Times, and the weekend companion, The Spectator. The corporation also manages an online news outlet, ghanaiantimes.com.gh. The New Times Corporation was formerly known as the Guinea Press, established by the first president of Ghana, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, in the year 1957 as the printing house for his Convention's People's Party. After his overthrow, the Guinea Press was taken over as a state property and then transformed into the New Times Corporation by an instrument of incorporation. The New Times Corporation, just like any other corporation, has several departments: the news department, the advert department, the photos department, and the design department. As you're guessing, the design department is where I served as an intern. Here, you don't find your usual graphic design works. It's a newspaper company. So what we do normally is just plan pages. People bring their stories, the news reporters report these stories. It gets scanned or edited by the news editor and then it goes straight to us. So whatever you see in the final print comes straight from the design department. My first 3 weeks there as an intern, I was basically just cleaning tables, running errands, and also paying detailed attention to how pages were planned. The 4th week, I was given a dummy to plan a page. So when my boss thought I was good enough to plan actual pages, I was assigned the sports pages. That is normally page 21, page 20, page 23, and then page 24, which is the back page. And that was what I designed mostly during my stay there. My role there basically was as a sports page planner. The sports page planner basically is the one in charge of planning the sports pages. The stories come from the newsroom. You go to your sports editor, you take the stories from him, and then you plan the pages. Normally they would give you a dummy. A dummy is more like a wireframe of what the page is supposed to look like. So you take it and then you before plan the page according to how the sports editor likes it, and then later on you do your tweakings to make it look nicer as a creative. So basically that's what I've been doing, and as time went on it became easier for me, so I was given more responsibility. I designed or planned local news pages, sometimes foreign news pages. I also planned front pages a couple of times. That's basically what I did for the rest of my stay there. So most of these pages I planned were for the Ghanaian Times. So if you pick up a Ghanaian Times newspaper from February all the way through to April, anything in there you see on the sports page was actually planned by me. I also, on every Friday, planned a page in The Spectator. I once planned a front page and the rest somewhere around page 13 and page 15. Working at the New Times Corporation wasn't all roses and flowers. I had a few challenges. The biggest of all was me planning the page according to the dummy. It was so difficult for me because it's like someone brings about 4 stories with pictures and then you're being asked to make sure all these stories with the pictures fit on one page. And as a beginner it was a little difficult for me. It took me a long time to master that, and also prior to that I had no knowledge and skill in using an iMac. That was also a big difficulty for me. But once I got to be cool with those. It was easier. Any other difficulty I was faced with, I consulted my colleagues. Two of them were actually students from the University of Education, Winneba, from the graphic design department, so it made working with them a lot easier. A few skills I acquired whilst I worked there was the fact that I could now use an iMac, and also I could navigate my way in and out of InDesign pretty well now. Before, it wasn't that good. And I also, this is the biggest for me, I know how to work with a team now, ask my teammates how to do certain things, and also when I'm done, ask them to vet and then check out whether what I've done is good enough for print. At the end of my attachment, I was able to design 237 pages for both the Ghanaian Times and the Spectator, and also comparing my pages to the previous ones, the ones that were done before I got there, I feel like my pages were a lot more interesting because I added a little bit of life to them and made it more interesting to sustain the reader's interest. In the next phase of this video, I'll be showing you samples of my works. These are some of the pages I planned. These are some of the pages I planned. With the knowledge and skills I've gained after the internship, I believe I can work at any graphic design firm. Thank you very much for watching.